Lesson 1b, Biochemistry. Compound is a pure substance that is composed of one or more different atoms chemically combined together, like glucose, C6H12O6, potassium permanganate, KMnL4, table salt, NaCl. There are two types of compounds, ionic and covalent. Ionic is the combining of ions due to their opposite charges. You'll remember that ions are made when atoms lose or gain valence shell electrons to become more stable. In this example, the sodium metal with one valence shell electron loses an electron to become a stable sodium ion, Na+1. The nonmetal chlorine with its near complete valence shell gains an electron and becomes a more stable -1 charged chlorine ion. These opposite charges cause an attraction between the ions, which is called an ionic bond. The sodium and chlorine atoms are represented by Lewis diagrams, sodium with 1 electron and chlorine with 7. After the loss and gain of electrons, their Lewis diagrams have now complete valence shells. The square brackets represent the ionic bond, where the two atoms are attracted to one another like opposite pole magnets, in a ratio of 1:1. You'll remember that ionic bonds create crystal lattices, where there is a repeating attraction between the positive and negative ions. In all cases, ionic bonds are between positive and negative charged atoms, resulting in a crystal compound, like table salt, NaCl, and potassium permanganate, KMnL4. Covalent or molecular bonds are created between two atoms that are sharing electrons to complete their valence shells. For example, carbon tetrahydride, also known as methane. Carbon has 4 valence shell electrons, needing 4 more to become stable. Each hydrogen has a single valence shell electron, and each needs a single electron to become stable. This bond of 4 hydrogens sharing their electrons with carbon ensures that carbon has 8 valence shell electrons, and each hydrogen has 2 valence shell electrons. Often the molecular bonds will be represented by a line instead of 2 dots, which indicates a pair of electrons are being shared. Covalent bonds are also seen between two like atoms, which create binary atoms, such as H2. This is a molecular bond, but it is not a compound, as it is composed of a single type of atom. This is also true for oxygen, O2. It is molecular, but it is not a compound. We call this a diatomic atom of oxygen.